Friday, the first full day of spring. We got March Madness rolling. We got spring training wrapping up. Time to bring in 100.7 The Bay sports director, Mr. Jerry Coleman. Good morning.
Good morning. One of my favorite times of the year.
It's very true. The sports calendar finally heating back up. And I tell you, the NCAA tournament represented twice by teams from Maryland, including Mount St. Mary's and Maryland, who takes on Grand Canyon today at 4:35. And there's some drama at a College Park.
Major drama, or you could call it dysfunction, Huber, with the Maryland basketball team. They have a 4:30 tip against Grand Canyon, and they're a 10.5-point favorite. But we didn't realize really fully until yesterday that the head basketball coach, Kevin Willard, and the athletic director, Damon Evans, absolutely hate each other. And Willard let that be known during the press conference leading up to this game today. So it will be interesting to see how they react on the court with the kids. But we know the athletic director could be heading to SMU, and Kevin Willard may be heading to Villanova.
That's so wild. I mean, Maryland basketball finally kind of back to the form we all remember, and then everything's going to get blown up again.
Yeah, it's their highest seed in a decade, but Kevin Willard not happy with the way they're handling money with the Maryland basketball program. That's the gist of it.
Well, somebody else isn't happy. His name is Coby Mayo, the worst Baltimore name of all time for an Oriole. Maybe closest to Joe Flacco is the worst Baltimore sports name. Coby Mayo, though, back down to AAA. But we were talking a bit off the air, man. He's a 23-year-old kid. He is going to be the future of this team, but just maybe not this season.
No, I mean, even a strong spring performance would not have helped him because he's being blocked at the positions he plays, whether it be third base, first base, or even tries to play the outfield. The Orioles have proven players, major league players, there in front of him. And I think when he was optioned, he was thinking, maybe I'm going to make the team, and I have guys who are younger than me and some just a little bit older than me that are making the major league team. Where do I stand? But right now, he stands in the minor leagues, and he doesn't have many options. He can't demand a trade or anything of that nature.
And I think if he's patient, he's going to be a big part of this team for a long, long time, and he's going to get a big paycheck, and he could be a legend in this town. It's just got to, you're 23, dude. Pump the brakes.
The way you react is you go down to the minor leagues and just tear it up, and then they have to call you up.
Do so well that there's no other option for them than to grab you and bring you up. Talk about a legend. You guys are going to be talking to a legend on the podcast.
Very excited to have Hall of Famer Tony La Russa, an exclusive with Mike Bordick's former manager. You can find the Be More Baseball podcast right now on YouTube at Be More Ball Pod. Be More Ball Pod on YouTube. Tony talks about all the times he's faced the Orioles, and this goes back to 1983 when they lost to the Orioles. That was the Orioles' last World Championship, if you may recall.
I do indeed. Very cool. Mr. Jerry Coleman on Sports. Thanks, sir.
Enjoy the weekend.
You too.
Sports with Coleman on 100.7 The Bay. Brought to you by HS Tech Group, Maryland's leading security and technology company. Go to hstechgroup.com.